Great morning, great Friday morning. How are you all doing? This is your girl, Shanna. This is your girl. It's Friday, y'all. Baby, God has brought us through another week. Tell him thank you. Amen. Hallelujah. Praise him. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into it real quick. So the topic, we're going to be talking about checking out these coins, your money. Okay, so I said yesterday that I will go ahead and explain some of the ways that me and my husband do. We do, hey, cousin Kim, hey, Simone. That it is that we do what we do and how we have some of the things that we have and things like that. So I am very thrifty. It may not appear to be such. Good morning, Tasha. It may not appear to be such. You know, when you grow up and Miss King be stepping out. Hey, my niecey Pooh. Hey, Jelly. Be stepping out. But I'm going to give us something to think about. Now, this is something when we sit down and we talk to couples, or if we're in a group or whatever the case may be, married couples and things like that, or families. I often ask, hey, do you have time for date night? Well, it's not that we don't have time. We don't really have the money like that, this, and other. Okay. Do you take your family on family vacations where you at least vacation maybe once a month or whatever the case may be? And they're like, no, I mean, that's for people that got money. We really don't have money like that or whatever. Okay, let me go ahead and break it down real quick for you, right? Some of the things that I do. Let me tell you some of the tricks, number one, of the enemy. Well, let me go ahead and backtrack. Okay, so it used to be a saying back in the day that you need to have at least $1,000. Good morning, Angela, in your savings account, right? At least $1,000. But let's keep it real, because there's such a thing called inflation, okay? So if you got money trickling in and you living maybe from paycheck to paycheck or whatever, make your goal be $1,000 in a savings that you do not touch. Good morning, Kissy. But good morning, Miko, if you got that money flowing in, right? You got your little cash flow right now, whatever the case may be. I'm going to need you to make your savings goal $10,000. 10,000. I know y'all like Shan. No. We're going to talk about some ways that we can put some of these coins aside. First of all, I want us to think about what we've spent in the last month. Okay. What have we spent? We have some who enjoy, look at some of our spending habits. Okay. Ladies, it may be purses and shoes. Maybe you don't pay full price like I don't pay full price. Maybe you, get everything on sale like I like to get, but then you get to the point where you look in the closet and you got the purses and the shoes and you got the scars and you got the designer watches and the jewelry and everything. When do you get to the point to where you ask yourself, do I need anything else? Trust me, your girl's to that point. I don't need it. If it's not birthday, anniversary, Mother's Day, whatever, I'm starting to get to be like my mother-in-law, where she be like, give me something I can use, like some hand soap or something like that, some Bath and Body Works or something. But think about what it is that you use. Now, let me go ahead. I'm going to jump here on some things, and I don't mean to step on anybody's toes, but it is what it is, okay? So we have, smoking. How much do you spend now? How much now is a pack? I ain't talking about the little individual carton. I think that's what they call it. A carton of cigarettes now. I know in some states it's $25 for a carton, and somebody may smoke that all in the first week. I'm just asking. Some like to get their sip on. Some like to drink. How much are you spending on that habit? Okay, we're just gonna talk about some little habits here. How much are you spending on that habit? So let me go ahead and jump into this, right? Okay, so one of the common mistakes that I think people make, especially, in a marriage, first of all, you think you got to have a big fancy wedding. Number one, I would suggest for those who are single, and you desire to be married and engaged and whatever the case may be, please do not go into debt trying to get married. Especially for people who don't really care for you in the first place and have them probably wish evil against your marriage. Not trying to be mean, but let's keep it real. What we need to do, good morning, Angelia, if you know that you're planning on getting married, one of the young ladies, I commend her so much, baby. Wedding dress and everything. By the time she get married, she ain't going into debt. Plan for that. When your guy get down on his knees and say, or knee, and ask you to marry him, hopefully we still got some men out there that's still doing that this day. They get down on that knee. Baby, I love you. Baby, I thank God for you. He sent you in my life. Will you marry me? That little bit, oh, baby, yes, boy, I'll marry you. Okay. I'm going to need y'all from that point to start planning in advance on how to pay off that marriage. I'm going to need y'all to sit down with pen and paper and say, this is how much it's going to cost for the wedding dress. This is how much it's going to cost for the rings. I'm going to need y'all to do that in advance. Okay, that's number one. Do not go into your marriage in debt. Okay, first time me and Mr. King got married was at the good old courthouse in Germany. The second time me and Mr. King, we renewed our vows. We wanted to get married in the church because we was raised in the church. That's what we wanted, baby. We was not in debt. We paid that off in advance. We got them rings in advance. I got my dress from Davis Bridal, regular price $500. Your girl got it on sale for $250, honey. Y'all seen my wedding photo? I got the little tiara on my head. Let us not play. So that's what we need to do. Now, when we get into this marriage, it's always sold about the white picket fence and all that. See, we gotta act like we got it going on. So the first thing we gonna do is go buy us some baller cars now. Okay, so let me go ahead. I know y'all see this vet symbol in the back, baby. I tell you about that hatred shit. How you doing? So let me go ahead and break this thing down to you. Do not make the common mistake where you buy a car brand new versus used. Okay, yeah. At one point it looked like the Kings had a good old car lot going on in our house. You know what people do is you run out. Oh yeah, now don't get me wrong. If you done busted your butt, you done sacrificed, you done saved up the money, whatever. Okay, go ahead and buy your car brand new. But let me go ahead and hip you to something. This vehicle right here, you see that Corvette symbol? This is a bad Corvette I'm in. I'm not going to even lie. It did not belong to us in the beginning. We got this used, okay? Via a conversation that I had with one of my girlfriends who bought this bad boy a year and some change before, honey. And I was like, hey, where's the vet of so-and-so? You know, I ain't gonna put that name out there. She said, girl, he about to put that on Craigslist. Excuse me, come again, say again over. What? Baby, Mr. King, I'm gonna need you to call the folks, get the folks on the horn. We needs to get this. I'm not going to tell you how much we got it for, but we got it for the low, low price, okay? Thank God for favor. See, that's what favor and blessing is, that right there. Okay, but what we do is we go out and we buy this brand new car. What we got to keep in mind, as soon as you drive that car off the lot, good morning, Shirley, as soon as you drive that car off the lot, the value depreciates. So I'm going to need us to get back to the mindset, unless you always on the road. See, when we was in the military, and my husband was in the military before he retired, we had to have a good old reliable vehicle so that way we can get on the road in case emergency happens and get on home or whatever. But see, that brother been retired for about 7 years out the military. You see what I'm saying? So in saying that, we got our good old reliable, but we got our trusted dusties that'll get us back from point A to point B. The Kings do not get another vehicle, because see, some people get in this habit where you feel you got to get another vehicle. Baby, if you got 8 months to pay that vehicle off and it's going to be yours, pay that vehicle off. Don't jump into a brand new note. You turning yourself into debt all over again. You could pay that vehicle off. Now, in saying that with vehicles, you need to be able to maintain the vehicle, okay? I got a lot of people who go out, you get you this nice car, you happy, you bragging all on social media about your nice car, but you ain't even getting the oil change when you need to get it changed. Can you turn it in for services once a year? At least once a year minimum. Now, the oil change, you need to do a little bit better than that. But I'm saying, we get these vehicles, we don't maintain it. Now, when the Kings get new vehicles, baby, that means that the engine is about to blow up in that bad boy, or the transmission. The term, we ride that joke until the wheels fall off, that's what we do, okay? Let's go on to these good old utilities, shall we? Okay, let's talk about these utilities. Let me tell you what the trick is right now. We have it now to where people say, corporations and businesses, I will give you a lower price if you allow it to draft it out of our account. So I'm using, for example, the good old cable bill, because this was a discussion on social media yesterday and I was cracking up. Okay, so if you do not write down your utilities and the list of utilities you have, your cable bill, which they told you the introductory price of $95 per month, could very well be $238 per month, okay? Because the introductory is up. And the next thing you know, you just got money being pulled out of your account and you ain't even paid no attention to it. Let me tell you what your girl do. Your girl, she ain't got a bill sheet. You can ask Mr. King, baby, I know the bills is supposed to be paid on the 1st. I know the bills supposed to be paid on the 15th. A lot of us don't have that. We just say, oh yeah, draft out of our account. And before you know it, you got $2 to the next payday. So what I always encourage people to do is have one checking account that you know your money's just coming in, have another one that you have all your bills drafted out of. You put the amount in that account of your total of your bills that you got to pay during that time frame, and baby, once that's up, that's up. Now, if your account going to red, you know somebody then overdrafted some monties, and I'm gonna need you to get on the phone with them to be like, hello, you told me $95. Why you taking $230 out of my account? Look at your utilities, okay? Now, in the state of Texas, we have something, and other states have it too, especially our electric bill. We have this where we can choose our own electric. If you're in the state of Texas, I need you to go to powertochoose.org. Google that. Other states, you probably have the same thing. Now, if you're going with the standard electric, and the standard electric in our area, and I purpose not to say that company because, you know, I don't want them coming after you, girl. But if you pay attention to the cents that you're paying per kilowatt hour, if you're paying 12 cents per kilowatt hour and above, baby, you are getting duped, okay? So for us, we have Champion Energy. We pay way less than that, and every time we renew for 24 months at a time, they give us a lower percentage. So pay attention to that, okay? That's a big thing to look at. Now, certain stuff like water and stuff like, pay attention to your cable bill. I'm just gonna throw this out there. I don't see why people paying for cable when everything is Team Stream now, especially if you got an Amazon Fire Stick, and I won't say what else is attached to that. Baby, when I looked and our bill was $200 and something for some cable, and we're not even there to watch TV like that. That was cable, phone, and internet. It got cut off, okay? They brought everybody on to try to talk us out of cutting that off. So that's something else that we need to think about. Look at them good old utilities. If you own a home, I'm telling you this right now from the bottom of my soul, because you're living in Texas, baby, it get hell hot down here, okay? Just like in some other states, it gets hot. But there are too many of my friends that are having to go get $4,000, $6,000, and $8,000 loans because your air conditioning unit blow out. I'm going to need you to get American Home Shield. Okay, let me promote them. That's just not in Texas. That's around the United States. Baby, if that air condition break, if your electricity mess up, the wash and dry, the dishwasher break, the icebox break, baby, it's only $50, what we pay, $54 a month, honey. That right there is a big coverage in insurance. American Home Shield. Google them, okay? Because see, what is happening is people is paying all this money and going into debt, getting loans and stuff like that, because they're not getting any type of coverage. When that covers your utilities, your air conditioning, and all that stuff like that, baby, I'm trying to tell you what I know. When me and my husband went through a season when we were sick and tired of being sick and tired, baby, we had floods in our house, honey. The electricity went out in the kitchen. We had the washer that was flooding, child. I'm telling you. Good morning, Tasha. It was a hot mess, and it was back to back. Bam, bam, bam. But I said, baby, don't worry about it. We paid our little $100 deductible. Let me tell you about American Home Shield, honey. When American Home Shield, if they can't fix it, they replace it brand new. You better ask somebody, okay? So I'm going to need y'all to get American Home Shield. See, I had to write a good old list down of the things that we need to do. And we need to use wisdom. Let me give you a good old example of using wisdom and not listening to other people, right? Now, in us doing this, you best believe we teach this to our children, and we're going to teach it to our children's children. We got to teach our babies how to come out of debt. Travel. I was talking about travel earlier. I'm hit on this. Now, travel. The best way to travel, I'm not going to lie, is cruising. A lot of people say, I can't swim, Shan. If I drown, baby, I can't swim either, okay? Mr. King swim like a fish. I can't swim. But you can go on a cruise and visit different countries and pay a little something on it a little bit at a time up until it's time to cruise. Me and my husband has been to St. Thomas. We done been to Jamaica. We done took our kids to Austria. We done took our kids on a cruise. We need to get to the place to where we expose our children to different cultures, okay? We can't wait till they get grown. Then all of a sudden we try to do something with them. No, train up a child in the way that they should go. That's what the word of God said. So they can get exposed to different cultures. Now, I'm going to say this real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and get up off here because I done dropped a lot of stuff on today. Now, say for instance, when your kids get ready to get of driving age, okay, everybody that used to know me know I used to drive my Transformer Camaro, honey. I loved my Camaro. At the age of 17 and our oldest son was 20, both of our children was driving Camaros. They were driving sports cars. I'm not trying to brag. But see, what had happened was we let somebody borrow a vehicle. I'll leave that alone. But anywho, the vehicle ended up getting to the point where we had to total that bad boy out or whatever. And so at that time, the Camaro was paid for because we work hard to pay off our bills, because trust and believe, the kings are not going to be a slave to debt, honey. We are on the snowball plan as we speak. If you don't know what that is, Dave Ramsey's snowball plan, I'm going to need you to go to YouTube and check that out and come on up out of debt in the name of Jesus. Because see there, and I'm going to finish up my story, but there's a lot of people, even my folks in the church, when you getting your shanda on, you know, and you believe in God to help you come out of debt when God is telling you to do the work, okay? It looks good to sit up in church with your nice heels on, baby. I done did it. Your hair all fried out, laid to the side, and you sit up here in a whole bunch of debt. No, we need to get that thing decent at its order, okay? We need to be in order with ours. So, in saying that, while we believe in God for coming out of debt, but we don't want to do the work, we had people that was saying, you gave your Camaro to your teenage son? Yes. But why would you give a Camaro to a teenager? Okay, number one, ooh, boop, boop, boop. You're not paying my bills. You're not paying my bills. Number two, my baby ain't never been in trouble. My baby has always had his grades up. And why would we go and get a vehicle and create another car note when this vehicle is paid for? Here you go, son. This is a blessing to you. This is your first vehicle. You better act like you know. You better appreciate the blessings from the Lord, that which make it rich and addeth no sorrow to it. Okay. So at that time, our 20-year-old had grown people, 60 and 65 years old, talk about, you in your parents' car? He said, no, sir. No, this is my car. What you mean this is your car? Yes, he got that side eye. My babies get the side eye like we get the side eye. Where people be looking at you talking about, you look like you shouldn't be able to afford that. That's how people look when I'm in this vet right now. But we have to use wisdom. I say all this. We have to use wisdom. You're going to get hated on. When you pay your bills off, when you're no longer a slave to debt, when you are that power couple that are working that vision the way that God gave it to you, you're going to get hated on. So prepare yourself for that. Me and Kenya been going through this ever since we got married. Our children are going through this. But don't worry about what people say. Get your house in order. Sweep around your own front porch before you try to go and sweep about somebody else's. Like I tell people, you don't pay my bills. What you need to do is work on your own debt. And like we said on when money is messing up my marriage, you cannot come out of debt if you don't know how much debt you are in. So face that reality. Sit your tail down. Look at your bills and say, what are we paying out of comfort and wants, and what do we need to cut out to down to the bare necessities? I told y'all, like I always tell people when they would clown me for bringing my lunch to work every day, and I'm sitting up here looking at my hot pink bag, baby, while people tell me, what is that in the microwave? What did you cook? Oh yeah, honey, I just made some shrimp Alfredo last night, baby. Oh, this is just a little bit of lasagna while you eating your processed food where you don't know where it came from. But like I like to tell people, is I don't mind packing my lunch every day. I don't care what people say about it. Do you see that vehicle that I'm driving in the parking lot? Boop. Okay, so what I'm saying is I'm not trying to brag. You need to be able to sacrifice for the things that you want for later. You need to sacrifice for now for your future. You need to sacrifice for now to set your kids up. Like my girl Nicole Redmond say with her business logo, do not leave a liability, leave a legacy. We need to come off of these, we need GoFundMe to fund everything, and we need to start putting them coins aside in case of emergencies so we can fund. So yeah, this was a lot from your girl. I need y'all to share this, baby, because everybody didn't hear this, just hit share. Even though if you just hit share, because we all need to quit being in debt, quit trying to please people, and come out of being a slave to debt. Okay, y'all have a blessed weekend. Your girl Shannon be back with y'all tomorrow. All my military, I need you to scroll down Marriage Mondays with the King. Those who are military veterans, wives, children, I got a question. Me and Mr. King need some help. Okay, we need y'all to answer. So just scroll down, and there's a little picture to say we need y'all help. Y'all have a blessed weekend. Go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, share videos. I will let you know starting August the 14th, I will take a 3-week sabbatical from Facebook Live. I know, but I'm believing God to transition, and I will let y'all know. Be a blessing and not a curse. And your girl Shannon be back with y'all on Monday. Have a blessed, relaxed weekend. Get them coins in order. God bless.